Baby Christians, listen up. Stay off YouTube. And I'm kind of speaking to myself too, because I haven't been a Christian for like that long, probably like 2 years now. But I'm talking about real baby Christians, like you just, like maybe a few months, maybe even a few weeks or however long in, right? Like real fresh. Stay off YouTube, because I think a lot of people that are also really fresh are getting on YouTube. And my concern is this: I think that they really have a heart to get out what God is speaking to them, and I think that a lot of early baby Christians have a lot they feel like they want to say, because it's really exciting, right? You're really on fire and you have a lot that you're observing and that you're learning, and it's really cool. And my concern is this: like, even though you may have heart, you may have good intentions, because you're so early in your walk, you might not be interpreting things correctly. I feel like people, again, baby Christians, really have a heart to say what God is putting on their heart. And I think that, it's great to encourage, it's great to edify the church, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of Christians come online and they are interpreting things incorrectly. Like, they're baby Christians, they might not even have found a church, or they don't want a church, they have beef with the modern church, which is fair, because, right, like, the modern church actually does have a lot of problems. So many problems. It's actually not even funny. It's actually kind of concerning, because there are a lot of real problems with the modern church that definitely need to be called out and definitely need to be addressed. However, right, like, I'm seeing a lot of people who are interpreting the word confidently wrong. And it's really concerning, because they're growing their platforms on YouTube while being confidently wrong, while confidently misinterpreting the word of the Lord and making really confident and bold statements. I'm just saying, you have to be careful with making confident statements and you're growing your platform, because people are listening to you, especially baby Christians who just got into their walk, and they're listening to you. And if you're confidently wrong and confidently misinterpreting things or not reading things in context, even if you have a good heart, you're gonna lead people astray unintentionally. So y'all, be careful who you're listening to, be careful who you're watching on these platforms. Use discernment, and the way to build discernment, the way to build that muscle, is more time and more walking with the Lord, because He teaches you that. Read your word. Reading your word, praying, walking with the Lord for a long time in different seasons helps you to build that discernment muscle. And when you're able to build that discernment muscle, you're kind of able to see maybe what's right and what's wrong that these people are saying. And again, I don't think that people are having malintentions. I think people genuinely do have a heart and want to get the word out there, and they, want to warn people, right? I think they do. However, we as the body have to be careful what voices we listen to, because again, they just might be wrong. They just might be like, I've watched creators, I'm literally like, I've never seen anyone so wrong yet so right at the same time. Because again, like, maybe they're calling out something that certainly needs to be called out in the modern church. Maybe they're calling out issues that are real issues in the modern church, and it's like, yes, girl, yes, I agree with you, but your interpretation and the backup and the use of your word, and you are just making bold statements, like overarching statements about the word that's not what the word says, or making interpretations about the word that's not actually what the word says, or honestly taking things out of context that's not what the word says, not utilizing the entire understanding of the word, and then just making statements confidently, again, and just putting that out into the church. I have to call it out. And it's a problem. And a lot of people can say, you don't have to watch that stuff. You could just scroll past it. If you don't like the content, that's fine. But no, the problem is, like, I fell victim, right? And that's why I'm calling this out, because I think if I fell victim, it's just as easy as someone who hasn't been walking as long to fall victim to these people who are saying things confidently wrong. And it's a problem. So I have to call it out, right? Like, again, I'm not saying that these people have any malintent. I think they want to help the church and edify the church. However, just be careful, y'all. Use the gift of discernment. I guess it's not a gift necessarily. Everyone has discernment, but use discernment. And the way that you use discernment and the way that you have that muscle is you spend time with the Lord, because then you can really hear and understand what his voice is and what his word says versus what some of these people are saying. Then you can kind of bob and weave what's right and what's wrong. It makes it a little bit easier to understand what's right and what's wrong between what people are saying. So just be so careful. I keep seeing it, and it's actually really concerning, and I don't want anyone else to fall victim to what these voices online are saying. The only voice we should be listening to is the voice of the Lord. I love you guys. Have a good night.